satisfaction is important. Any business or any work, whatever you take.
Customer.
Absolutely, excellent. So, for any business, the major stakeholder is customer. So, your customer is your boss. So, always remember, your customer is your boss. Okay? So, as you know, I am Dhanakaran Kadasamy. Today, I am going to tell you some of the tips how you can keep your customers satisfied. What are the ways you can keep your customers satisfied? 3 steps. Okay, 3 steps. First is identify who are your customers. What is that first? Identify who are your customers. The next, identify what are their requirements. Then third and final step is how those requirements are important for them. For any product or anything, customers can have more requirement. Like some of them, all of them might not have equal importance. Okay, so you have to identify how which requirement is more important for them. So can anybody repeat this? 3 things I told you, right?
Identify.
Identify.
Identify the requirements.
Anything, Prasanna? First is on identifying the requirements. Prabhakar? That's fine. So identifying the first is identifying the customer. Second is identifying the requirement. Third is to know how important those requirements are. There can be 100 requirements, but out of which only 2 or 3 would be very important to them. Okay, so this is the thing. Coming to the first point, that is identifying the customer. From your understanding, who is your customer in your business?
Our customer are the people who come to us for funding.
Who comes for funders are the customer. Who is customer in your business?
Anybody who could invest money.
Who are investors?
Yes, who wants to get better.
Okay, fine. So, does anybody know there are 3 different types of customers? No? No issues. I can tell you. One is internal customers. Second is external customer. Third is consumers. Exactly. Consumers are nothing but end customers. Okay. So can anybody can you give an example for all these 3?
Internal customer, for example, if I am working for a company, my boss becomes my internal customer.
Absolutely.
And the leadership becomes. My external customer would be the clients who I am dealing with.
Excellent. Yeah.
And,
Consumer.
the end customer would be the person or people who are using my products.
Yeah. So to add to that, one more example is, for you are working on software product development to make mobile or internet banking for a particular bank. So your boss becomes your internal customer. Then second is your bank. They are your external customer. Guess who is consumer?
Customers of the bank.
We, who has account in that bank. We are consumers. So it's clear. So we have to, in our business, we have to identify with whom and all we are interacting. So for example, if you make a presentation for your CEO, okay, and obviously you will not go and directly make a presentation to him. Your boss will go and make a presentation to you. So while preparing your presentation, you keep who is your consumer. Obviously your customer is your boss, your manager. But end customer is CEO. So keep that in mind and prepare a presentation. CEO will not want to see all your technical details. He would just want to see what is the outcome, or if you do this project, what is the benefit you are going to get, right? So that's how you identify your customers, and whatever work you do, you relate to that. Everybody got the point, right? Then next is, so what is the first point completed now? So we identified the customers.
Three kinds of customers.
Yeah, we identified the customers. Then next is identifying the requirements. So the requirements are what is that they are looking for, whether it is internal customer or external customer or consumer. So identify all those requirements. There can be many techniques available, just based on the previous experience, or based on if you are directly dealing with consumer, then you can have a surveys or whatever way you gather your requirements. So that's how you do the second part of identifying the customer requirements. So what is third? Third is very important. If I come and ask you, if somebody comes and ask, like if Vishal asks you, you will tell 100 requirements. I want this, but he will not be able to do everything in a 2-day session. So what is critical for him is, what makes you to be not satisfied at least. He has to identify that requirement first. Then what makes you to satisfy, like in a proportional way. So for example, if you come with the thought of I want to learn more, if he gives more, then that is a satisfied requirement. So even before getting into that, so you can classify the overall customer requirements as 3 things. One is basic needs, second is one-dimensional need, third is delighter need. Basic need is something, if that doesn't present in that particular product, customer is going to get dissatisfied. If you have a car, if that car doesn't have a brake, you are obviously going to get dissatisfied. But if that car has a brake, do you get satisfied? No, right? So basic requirements are means if that particular feature presents, your satisfaction will not be high. But if it doesn't, you will get mostly dissatisfied. So that is called basic requirements. So for example, in a mobile, what is the basic requirement?
Texting, call.
Obviously, yeah, exactly, that's correct. So what is the one-dimensional requirement? Price. Because lesser the price, your satisfaction, lesser the price, and if you have more features, your satisfaction level will be directly proportional to the price, how much reduction happens. So that is called one-dimensional. Then delighter. Delighter is something which you never expected. While going and purchasing a mobile phone, if they give one Bluetooth free, you never expected. That is called the delighter requirement. So why do we need to know all this is, after you collecting the requirement, some of the customer tells, I need a Bluetooth handset. And if you pick that requirement only and make a product, and if you don't make calling facility, it's none of the use, right? You should have a calling and texting facility. That is basic. Okay, so that's how you identify your requirements and put them in a different brackets. Okay, so clear? What are 3 different categories of requirements? So other example so if you take even before that, the one thing you have to be careful here is these requirements the category of this requirement vary based on the customers, type of customers, as well as the type. For example, today some of the requirements can be a basic requirement, but tomorrow it becomes other way. Yeah. Today it can be a delighter requirement, tomorrow it can become a basic requirement. Can anybody give an example?
Yeah. So camera in the beginning was like not basic, but now it should be there.
Correct.
Basic.
Internet facility on the phone.
Even a car today it's become a comfort. Earlier it was like
Earlier it was luxury. So that's how. So you have to be careful. So if you have a data of 2 years before, and if you make a decision now, all those delayed requirements would have become basic requirements. Then the next portion is the type of customer. For example, if you are having a hotel business, and you can have two different types of customer. One is business client. The next would be vacational. Do you think their requirements and category will be same or will it be different?
Different.
Different? Why?
Business class they will be traveling quite frequently, so their requirements will be different. They will be needing some presentation hall or some loan for all this picnic party. Vacational they will be needing some, if they're coming with the families, or maybe need some.
Excellent. You are getting that. So the thing is, if you take a hotel, what are the features are important is price, how much you pay, and swimming pool,
Comfort.
internet facility, newspaper, all these are the features. If you take a businessman, for him swimming pool doesn't matter for him. If it is there, it's a delighter. But for a vacationer, that is a basic requirement. So if you have a hotel business and you collected a data where only business people come, and you have a good swimming pool, doesn't matter, and you do not have an internet facility, you are gone. So that's how you understand the category of customers. So to summarize, 3 steps I told you, right? First, identify who are your customers. The second one is identify their requirements and identify the category of their requirement. How important is each requirement. Then on the first one, we saw, right, what are the 3 different types of customers?
Internal, external, and consumer.
Absolutely. Then on the 3 category of needs, right? What are the 3 category of needs or requirements from the customer?
Basic needs, unidirectional, delighter.
Basic.
Unidimensional and delighter.
Correct. Absolutely. So keep this in mind. As I said, your customer is your boss. Okay. Okay. So your customer is
Yeah.
your boss. Okay. So keep your customer satisfied. So we all will be satisfied. Thank you.